Welcome to Samba Samba. Enjoy the video.
You begin now. Check power and data connections, and if it's M. 2. Make sure the module is seated and screw tightened. Then boot into BIOS or UEFI to see if the controller detects the device, because if firmware level detection fails, software fixes won't help. Once done, switch SATA mode if needed, ASI versus RAID, then shut down and move the SSD to a known good adapter or another PC to isolate cable, port, or drive failure. This saves time and points the next step. You now run System Diagnostics. Open Device Manager and Disk Management to spot uninitialized or offline disks, and review driver status because missing drivers can hide a device. Next, run the SSD vendor utility for firmware checks and smart data, since a firmware hang can make a drive invisible. If Windows is inconclusive, boot a Linux Live USB and use LSBLK and DMESC to read controller messages. This reveals whether the OS sees the device, which guides whether to reflash firmware or replace the drive. You finish by applying the appropriate fix. If the SSD appears in Disk Tools but lacks partitions, initialize it as GPT or MBR, create a partition and format. This makes it usable. If the drive is masked by RAID or Intel drivers, switch to ASI after following the safe driver uninstall and BIOS change procedure. And if the SSD never appears on multiple machines or adapters, stop troubleshooting and request RMA or replacement. One tip: if things go wrong, test with a known good adapter to rule out cable or enclosure failures quickly.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if we helped you.